To me personally, a witness is someone that, I guess oftentimes it's defined as someone that is perceiving something or that is witnessing a situation or a circumstance, but in actuality there is another definition to what it means to be a witness, and that is actually one to serve as a model to other people. An example passage that I have is from Galatians 2:20. It says, "I have been crucified with Christ. It is no longer I who live, but Christ lives in me. And the life which I now live in the flesh, I live by faith in the Son of God who loved me and gave himself for me." In a nutshell, the first definition is basically one that is on the receiving end, and the other one would be basically a witness to be one who serves. To interpret that question as actually, I guess, a testimony sharing, but then I think that would really be long-winded if I were to share my testimony. So I'll try to make it more compact and put it in a nutshell. So I come from a non-Christian family. I never grew up in the church. It wasn't until about maybe grade 9 or 10 that I got to know, who this God that I always heard about was. It was always my grandmother, my maternal grandmother, that modeled to me who Christ is through the way that she lives, through the way that she speaks, and just knowing that how much she had gone through, how much she suffered through, but to be able to persevere and to just continue to go to church and continue to pray really showed me who God was. But it was also, I guess, this passage that she modeled in her life from Philippians 4, verse 12 to 13. It says, "I know how to be abased, and I know how to abound. Everywhere and in all things I have learned both to be full and to be hungry, both to abound and to suffer need. I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me." She really showed me, what it means to be a woman of God, and she lived powerfully of this passage, and so it was through her incarnational living that really showed me, or really touched my soul and opened up my heart to receive Christ and to desire to have a relationship with him. But of course, it wasn't only her that witnessed to me in my life. There were many more brothers and sisters that really touched my life and witnessed to me. So I guess if you have any questions, you could always email our witnessto@gmail.com to ask more questions, but that's basically how I was witnessed to. There are several points that I have written down. I hope to see it as an intergenerational and multicultural ministry where all races and ages are involved in this ministry. Also for the church body of Toronto to come together to fellowship through the stories of the works of God, as well as for this website to be a form of witness to others and model what it means to be God's active hands and feet where we are. And lastly, for our words and stories to be a demonstration of the Spirit and of the power of God. And so one of the passages that I came across was from 1 Corinthians chapter 2, verse 1 to 5. And it says, "And I, brethren, when I came to you, did not come with excellence of speech or of wisdom, declaring to you the testimony of God. For I determined not to know anything among you except Jesus Christ and him crucified. I was with you in weakness and fear and in much trembling. And my speech and my preaching were not with persuasive words of human wisdom, but in demonstration of the Spirit and in power, that your faith should not be in the wisdom of men, but in the power of God."